Welcome to the Book of Brian. This is the first video on this channel, and this is going to be a very unique experience for me because I've never done anything like this. I've never talked to a mic about stuff I've challenged and dealt with in my life, and I've never publicly said it. So I just woke up and I've been watching a lot of these videos, and I just thought that they're really good, and I learn a lot from it, and I feel like I have a story people can learn from and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be talking about a lot of things on this channel, and I'm fucking stoked. I'm really fucking excited. But one thing that's been on my mind a lot recently is social media, Instagram, TikTok, not so much YouTube, but Snapchat. You are constantly being reminded of other people's lives. You are constantly being shown the best in people's lives. You are constantly being shown the picture that people put up. You don't actually get to see the full story, but people want to show you their best life. They want to show you that they're in this country this week and that they're in the next week, and even the little fucking highlights on Instagram as well. They got loads of that shit, and it's been fucking my head up recently, and I've really started to notice it, and I've really started to take action towards it as regards stop scrolling, bro. Put the fucking phone down. That's one, excuse me, that's one thing I've learned, but it's not just the scrolling. I think scrolling is a part of it, but one thing I noticed about social media that I'm really bad at is constant comparison, and I get this pressure. I get this really bad pressure, mainly about traveling, and I see people going all over the world, and I don't know how these people fucking afford this shit, to be honest with you, but I see people traveling all over the world, and I see people traveling to Australia. I see people they're touring around America in a little minivan with the boys, and it looks fucking sick. And you see that, and then you just feel bad. You feel bad about your situation. You feel bad you're not in that situation at the moment. And what these apps master is the ability to see so many people's lives in such a short amount of time. You can literally scroll through, let's say someone has highlights from 2026. You could scroll through someone's entire year of traveling in literally 30 seconds. And then you compare it to yourself. Social media is the most fucking toxic thing for comparison. That's one thing I've noticed that I'm doing so much. And one thing that I've really started to take away from. It's easy. There's a reason people post on their story, okay? They want you to see what they're doing. They A, want the attention, B, don't have the validation within themselves, so they try to crave it from other people and say, oh, I hope people swipe up from their story and stuff like that, and hopefully a guy or a girl will pop up and give them the validation that way. But people are really pushing their lives in your story, or in your face, through stories, through posts. But there's always a mask. There's always a mask. And that's one thing I've really kind of come to terms with the last couple of weeks. This is an ongoing thing for me. This is an ongoing battle. I'm struggling with this big time. It's a big struggle. And the constant comparison thing for me is huge. And the pressures that I feel, am I letting things slip away? Am I letting the best years of my life kind of go, chasing other things? Should I just completely drop all that and enjoy myself and just travel as much as possible? And as much as I think traveling is sick, and I've done a good bit. I was in Qatar a few months ago. I've been in a lot of Europe. I've seen a lot of Europe. I've been to the Middle East as well. Qatar's in the Middle East. I'm going to Africa next Tuesday. I'm going to see Morocco. I'm going to see the Sahara Desert. So I've done a lot of traveling. Like, I've done traveling, but when you constantly see it, you feel like you need to have trips booked and stuff like that. Like I talked about a little bit before, the mask always slips. The mask always slips. A lot of people are putting online, they're traveling and stuff like that, and stuff like, mirror selfies and stuff like that. But the reality is, a lot of people are just not chasing anything. They're not chasing anything, and I think that's why traveling is so attractive to people. They get to travel and they get to kind of escape away from their reality. That is, that they just are kind of bored at home. They're not too happy in their job. They don't really like it. So that's why they travel. They look for that escape. They look for that high that traveling brings, because traveling is an incredible thing. Seeing the world is it's incredible. It's one of the best things that you can do. And a lot of people just kind of get addicted to that. They get addicted to the fact that they can escape from their reality. That's exactly why we have, drinking problems, drugs, and massive vaping issues now. And a lot of people doom scroll to avoid college assignments. What's that called? Procrastination. They, avoid things that they should do by distracting themselves with social media and stuff like that, and movies and Netflix shows. Just anything to avoid doing the work, anything to avoid doing what they know they should do. And I think social media is fucking poison. I think it's absolutely poison. I think there's a lot of good. And listen, I'm no saint. Whenever I'm away, I put it on my story as well. So maybe I am part of the problem. You know what I mean? But sometimes it kind of feels like good to get back of like, yeah, fuck you guys, you're traveling, now I am, kind of thing. That's a bad mindset to be in, and that's something I'm working on. My goals for this channel is to show the improvement over time and just kind of give tips and tricks, because I've lived a lot of life. I'm only 23, I'm very young, but I've had a lot of, shit happen in my life, and a lot of stories that I feel like I need to tell, and I hope someone out there can hear it, and someone out there can just resonate or get some that little bit of help that I didn't have before. But I think social media is definitely not the place that you should be. You see a lot of, adult content as well, and there, like, that's another massive part about Instagram that I hate. It's the sexualization of so much of the content. You can't escape it. Every time you go on the search bar, even to search someone's name, there's 20 different girls in 20 different gym clothes, and it's and they're thirst traps, and you get that little high off it, and it's terrible. It's so bad for you. There's so many young lads struggling with that shit every single day, and it's still being just pushed in your face. No wonder it's a struggle for so many people. But I think deleting Instagram is the worst social media app. TikTok, at least, my For You page is not too bad, simply because I kind of watch funny shit. But I don't think TikTok is the enemy here. I genuinely think Instagram is the worst social media app out there. At least with Snapchat, you can disable stories and stuff like that. It's not as easy to go onto stories and see people's stories and stuff like that. And, you can just kind of chat to whoever you want to chat to and stuff like that. If you aren't fully ready yet to put down Instagram, and you think you still need it in your life for whatever reason, best advice I can give you is to just unfollow anybody that you see maybe causing a negative effect, for whatever reason that is. Whatever reason that is. I think social media is good as regards, if you're a sports fan, you get to keep updated with sports, you get to see announcements, you get to see news as well, which is really, really fucking good. Like, if you follow credible news sources and stuff like that, you're gonna find good news sources. What once was just, when I was growing up, Snapchat was just like this insane thing. I remember I didn't have a phone growing up, thankfully, but I remember people I must have been 11. People were just on Snapchat at 11 and 12, just streaks, and people would bring their phones into school, but they weren't allowed them in school, and they'd be on them on the bus, and they'd be showing me Snapchat. I'm like, this is fucking crazy. And people would be talking all the time. I'm very grateful I didn't have a phone. Very, very fucking grateful. But I just remember thinking, damn, like, this is insane. I was just like, it blew my fucking mind that people could just send random pictures, and then some dude showed me like filters. I was like, this is insane. And to see what Snapchat and especially Instagram has become. Instagram used to be just a funny way to send memes and keep in touch with your friends. But since they implemented Instagram Reels, since they implemented the search, the videos in the search bar, I think that's ruining lives. I think we should definitely get rid of that. They're not going to, because it works. It works, bro. And you see I see a lot of people as well. Influencers are just fake as fuck. I think a lot, especially in the like fitness industry, I see a lot of people posting just the most edited, perfect pictures of their life, and it makes so many people feel like shit just so they can get a monetary gain, just so they can make themselves feel good. And I just think it's weak. I genuinely think it's weak. I think it's pathetic. I think it just shows your weakness that you have to push this on other people. Now, I'm no hater. Like, I'm doing this YouTube channel and I hope it gets views. I hope it gets views, but I'm never gonna, downplay or belittle someone who's in a bad spot, because you never know what someone's going through in their own mind. That's one thing I always keep in mind whenever I do something, say something, record something. You never really know what someone's going through. And sometimes, listen, I lose the fucking head and say some shit that I shouldn't have. Fully aware of that. But I don't like pushing stuff down people's faces. I just think it's weak. I think it's weak. People that want to manipulate and belittle and make themselves feel above people, I think it's weak. I don't like it, bro. And that's what social media is so fucking good at. Making everyone above you. Making it feel like everyone is above you. Everyone is ahead of you. Everyone has a better life than you. Everyone's just doing better than you. And I'm just a bit like, it's poison. And it just fills your head with bad thoughts and everything. And you start to... I don't follow any of these fucking fools online, but so many people get obsessed with these influencers, get obsessed with these people online. I knew this one girl who was really nervous that Pilates... She teaches Pilates. That she was really nervous about this Instagram girl coming in, and she was like teaching a class, and I was like, why do you care? Oh, she might leave a bad review. Who gives a fuck if she leaves a bad review? Why is her opinion so much superior than everyone else's? Why is she put on it because she has Instagram followers? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Who actually gives a fuck about that shit? I get when you're young, you want Instagram followers, because like when you're young, that's it means everything. It means everything when you're young. I wanted I wanted to be fucking, cool with followers and stuff like that. I'm not saying if you want to be like an influencer online that it's like weak or anything, or you want to be like, I'm literally posting a fucking YouTube video. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that at all. But, putting people on pedestals and forcing how good people's lives are, how good your life is and stuff like that on other people's faces, you never know what someone's going through. And that's one thing I always keep in mind. Try and make that person's day that little bit better. If you have good news, say this happened, but let's say you do get a lot of followers, tell people, use your platform for good. Stop trying to show yourself and elevate yourself. Try help people as well. I feel like a lot of people don't do that, and I just feel like social media has really affected my mental health, and I feel like it's affected the way I think. It's affected a lot of my actions. It's gotten a lot better, but back in the day, I used to just book random trips because I felt like I had to travel, and some of them I couldn't even go on because I had no money, and I just wasted money. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just do what you want to do, not what fucking everyone else is doing. That's one thing I've gotten really good at. Kind of just looking back and saying, I don't give a fuck if other people are doing this at the moment. I don't care. I want to do this, and this is what I'm going to do. And, who cares? And so that's the first episode. Put the phone down and stop scrolling. Stop wasting so much time scrolling as well. People would be... I knew one girl who had 14 hours a day on her phone. It's not good for you. Okay? It's not... And listen, I'm still trying all of this today. Still trying a lot today, but if you like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to get your guys' opinions on all this. So, yeah, many more of these videos to come.